That thing is nuts.
That might be like my favorite Ghani ever.
Oh my gosh, the feeding frenzy.
Yep.
8 total?
Yeah.
Oh, now we're opening it up.
I'm slightly colorblind.
I can see why you have the massage chair here.
Yeah, right?
It makes sense.
They'd have me there all day. Holy crap.
Yeah, you can see where.
Hey guys, welcome back to Colson's Critters. I'm Colson Smith, and in today's video, we are going to be doing another one of our tank tours today. We're going to be heading about an hour away, and we're going to be touring an 800-gallon aquarium. It's going to be super awesome, super excited. I realized I never filmed my intro and outro, that's why I'm doing it here on my lunch break. I want to give a huge shout out to Derek for letting us come out and film. Without further ado, let's head to his house. We made it. We got Brian. I can see the tank through the window.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Oh, I'm excited.
It looks
Let's
good.
go inside. This is gonna be crazy. So he told us to just walk in, so. Holy crap. This is the man, this is Derek, this is his tank. How many gallons is it?
So the main tank is about 650, 675, somewhere thereabout. And then the sump down below is roughly around 180 gallons.
So probably like, what, 800 total
people
maybe?
usually say 800.
That's insane.
I would say it's
That's actually
less
insane.
than that total water volume, but you know, probably somewhere in their 700 range water
That's
volume.
actually nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, torches, Ghanis, those are probably your two favorite corals, I guess.
You know,
You have so much of it.
yeah, I love torches, I love Ghanis, but I love acros too. And I mean, I love elegance, I love meat corals. I would, if I had a tank big enough, I would have gardens of everything, to be honest. You know what I mean?
How many fish do you think are in here?
Oof. Right now,
Yeah,
I would
they take
say
a guess.
maybe about 60, 75, somewhere thereabout.
Jeez. And they're not small. Like, you got some monster fish in here too.
But I also have a bunch of schools that tend to, like, if you could sit and you could look at the tank for hours and you'll still see
Something new.
popping up
Yeah.
somewhere, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of wrasses, a lot of cardinals, you know. I've got like 10 or 12 of that one, 10 or 12 of this one. Tangs, quite a few tangs, you know, so.
Oh man, that Makusa thing is beautiful.
Yep.
You got your convict tank in here is a little spicy.
Yeah, so
Is he?
believe it or not,
Where is
he
he?
just
It's on that
started
side,
doing
right?
that.
Oh, there he is.
He just started doing that maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, there he is. He's
He doesn't
chasing.
like the powder blue.
He
Yeah,
hates
but-
that powder.
But if you look at his body, the powder blue is super clean.
And the convict
convict beat
is
up.
like,
Yeah.
like he is.
He's getting himself
he's
beat
cutting
up.
really bad, and he won't stop. So I'll leave him be. He's not hurting the
What's
powder blue.
crazy is you have a powder blue, an Achilles tang, a gold rim, or is it powder brown? Powder brown?
The powder brown I end up selling.
Okay, so you have the gold
I'm not
rim.
sure which one this one is, but the powder brown I end up selling. I had a friend that come by and we were trying to catch some cardinals, and the powder brown went in and he bought that guy too, so I gave it to him.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And
but-
none of them really fight, do they?
No, so the powder blue is the
He's getting
smallest.
chased.
Yeah, oh yeah. They'll do that. They've been doing that for about, I'd say a week straight, and you know, I leave him be. Just because he's not hurting the powder blue,
Yeah,
I just
he
leave
looks
him.
fine, yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to add a new fish, usually what I do, I'll catch the one that's the bully, like. You
Oh
know.
my gosh, you have a whole nother tank down here with fish and coral.
Yep.
Holy crap. Let me get the lens real quick.
70 gallons?
Okay.
75.
Dude, look at how
gallons.
nuts this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, pretty good guess.
Fish and corals down here.
Yeah, so that's 36,
insane.
I believe by 20. You see, I got a soul haul down there. In
You
the
do?
back corner.
Wait, I didn't even notice that.
Yep. You see it?
Yeah.
So eventually I'll introduce him, but I'm concerned about like the clown tank. There's a clown tank in here. Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is
Oh, there he is, yeah. That one's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, so what I will do is I'll catch the clown tank. I have a trap and it'll go in pretty easy. And I'll put the clown tank down here. And I'll let them stay for about a week or two. And then bring them both back up.
And then they'll be good?
And then they'll be good.
I mean, this tank's so massive
Yeah,
too. That like,
usually that's how I introduce them.
And there's
You can
enough.
kind of go to opposite sides.
Well, there's enough like, what is it like?
Rockwork
to
and-
break the fish's visuals.
This guy, I got that guy from you
Is that a
guys.
rhomboids?
Yeah, it was like a juvenile,
Yeah.
and now you can see his color coming in. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. It's coming right up to the front, too.
Yeah, yep. And then my rosy scale, I like that guy. So there's an 8-line flasher.
Yep, 8-line.
Yeah. That one is some kind of Scots. I'm not sure what it is.
This one?
No, that's a pink
Oh,
margin.
I was gonna
That's a
say.
pink- that one back there, the big one.
Where is he? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a type of Scots.
Yep.
Probably not Australian, though.
Probably not. Yeah, probably not.
I don't know what that one is.
I think it's funny when the wrasses get big, they look like lazy.
Yeah, that's true.
They look like.
They just look like they stopped trying to swim as much.
That looks like a molly.
So that's a
Is that
koi
a-
fairy wrasse.
It is?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
be.
That's a huge
koi-
one.
That's a big
yeah,
one.
Koi fairy wrasse. I had him for
You say Molly.
quite a while.
Yeah.
It's a huge Molly.
Yeah.
Look like it.
Does kind of look like it.
This guy, what is that guy? It
That's a
looks like,
crescent tail?
Yeah, it
Crescent
looks like a
tail?
pintail, but with the
Yeah, the crescent tail.
crescent. Yeah, so that one's one of my favorite too.
Oh, where's that hammer you were telling me about? That's like, or frog spawn or something? That's huge.
Frogs.
You said you cut it in half recently?
Torch.
Oh, it's the torch.
So that's a half
Oh my
of it.
goodness. That's half of it?
it,
Where's the
yeah.
other half?
And the pot of gold is there. So down below on the rack. The
Oh,
very
man.
back,
Okay, yeah.
All
All
those
back
came
there.
off of it. Yeah. And so I had to split it up just for it to fit.
And then dude, that elegance back there is nuts.
huge, yeah.
It's massive.
Very big.
So
Holy
literally,
crap.
both of these were whipping down and stinging everything that was down here. That's how big it was. I mean,
Jeez.
literally, you can see anything.
I actually,
right
so
there.
the pot of gold I have is from this right
Yes,
here. Yeah.
yes.
So shout out to
Yep.
Derek. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
It's probably the nicest torch I have.
Like crazy, huh?
Well, so when they grow, they grow. I was done Colson yesterday, and then there's a few. No matter how much I try, they just won't grow. Like the Malaysian tiger. I struggle with those, but for the most part, they usually do pretty good.
Super weird.
You know, yeah. For the most
It's crazy.
part,
You
they
think any torch would do well in this?
No,
thing.
it's weird.
Well,
man.
yeah,
Some
it's weird.
torches are just, I don't know if it's how they're collected, where they're collected from, but some are just tough, and others are, they grow well.
The blue on those, that colony back there, the right below the
Dude, that one's
Holy
nuts.
Grail,
That
like
one's
how
nice.
nice and blue
Yeah.
those are, the tips on those.
Yeah.
And
I think that's like a
regular-
kind of Aussie. Yeah, like an Aussie
Aussie.
gold, I think, or something. Some of them I don't remember what they are, but I've had that one. That one, when I first bought it, was like 2 heads, 2 or 3 heads.
That was a week ago. It was 2 or 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I know this one is the Grinch, if I remember correctly. That one's a Grinch.
That's cool.
That one's Jolly Rancher. The others,
That's
I
a
don't
good name.
remember most of the others, but I just like different torch. Like this
Yeah.
one, if you get close to that one, it's just a green torch, but I like
Got
the
kind of like,
striation.
straight striping.
Yeah, I like the.
Oh, look, he's got the Miami, Malaysia, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Doing well.
Yeah, that
So
one's doing
far,
well.
yeah, it's a challenging one, but so far it's been doing good, And I mean, I like these guys,
Those are insane.
Yeah, these gave me a hard time when I first got them. They all went pale.
I think you were talking
Yeah.
about that yesterday.
And I
yeah.
stuck them back there in the darkness, and one day I was doing something, and I looked back, and they were all coming back together, and you can see.
Yeah, they look
seem
amazing now,
Yeah, they
so.
look like they're. I
wonder what that was.
Low light. Low light.
I guess, yeah.
Yep. So.
You have a lot of flow in here too. I noticed there's coming out here,
Yeah,
here.
so there's a closed loop on it. So we've
That's
got
crazy.
one here, one there. There's one underneath all those zoanthes. You can't tell.
Oh, they grew around it.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
So this one is getting there. So
Yeah.
give it about
That's
6
kinda
to
cool,
8
though.
months, you will not see it.
It'll grow that fast.
On the zones, yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. And then there's one in the very back corner underneath the
Get
elegance.
back in there.
Yeah. And so the intake for it is on the. You see those holes in the.
Oh man.
Yes.
Wait, that's
where it
cool.
pulls in.
I thought those were fragged, like for
No,
bugs.
it's an intake for the closed loop. So
Do you ever
I
have
spread
a
it-
problem if you get a
No.
fish that's too
Nope.
small? Like,
No,
No?
not so far.
Okay.
I mean, the smallest fishes I got is a firefish, and they
they're
tend
huge.
to stay right there.
for firefish, they're
Yeah.
massive.
Just
I guess
right
maybe
there,
the
got
cleaner
the
wrasse is
purple one.
pretty small, but
Yeah, but I've never lost a fish to that to like getting, you know.
Yeah,
really
that's good. It looks like you got a little quarantine system behind us here too.
Yep. So I try to
Right next to the tank. That's perfect.
Some of those are for
Oh
me,
my
some
gosh!
of
Look at
those
the
for
baby
friends.
marine beta. Can't really see him.
Like grasses a lot, huh?
I love grasses.
That's crazy.
I love grasses.
Maybe-
There's one in the pipe. There's another one inside that little pipe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I can see why you have the massage chair here.
Yeah, right.
It makes sense.
Dude, I'd be there all day.
Yeah, so I like a mix of everything, man. Like, you know, I like hammers, all different color hammers. I like frog spawn. I like, you know, so
Yeah, you got everything in here.
yeah, like a nice mix.
This is
of-
my favorite section. I'm
the
a
Ghani's?
huge fan of Ghani's.
Yep, I'm missing quite a
Look,
few.
I noticed this
Some I
little one
sold
down
and
here.
Some I lost.
That one's
you know,
crazy.
Yeah. Yep. And that was kind of my fault because I went from the Gen 4 lights to the Gen 6. And that's where I burnt a lot of the
Cooked them a
Ghani's.
little.
You know what I mean?
Oh wow, is that big of an upgrade on the light, huh?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yep. I mean, it burned the crap out of a lot of them.
I have the
Yeah.
Gen
Even
6
the
one,
acros
right?
were pale.
You have Gen 6, yeah.
Even the acros up top,
Oh,
I
that's
had paled out.
How many lights are you running?
8.
8 total?
Yeah.
Oh, and you have extra
now we're
30.
opening it up.
Yeah.
Holy
8
crap.
Gen 6.
Oh, look at that UV sterilizer.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how big of a difference the 4s were to the 6. So I had 8 4s, and I just swap them out light for light, 8s, you know, 6, and it's a big difference. These are
1, 2, 3,
40%
4,
right
5, 6,
Oh,
7,
wow.
8.
Yeah.
And then you have like strip lights in
now.
between.
Yeah. Yep. So I like the look of the royal blue, and so, you know, all the strip light down the middle was just a DIY royal blue, and it stays on like an extra 30 minutes after all the lights go off.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I really like the pop, you know?
That's cool.
Same thing down below.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot
Can
of
I
color.
open this up?
Yeah,
Okay.
A lot
absolutely.
of color when those are on.
Oh man. Getting down to the filtration.
There you go. That's good. There you go.
So neat and tiny too.
Jeez, yeah, it's so clean.
Yeah.
We got 2 Reef roller mats in here.
Yep.
Giant skimmer.
Yep. Love those Reef plants.
We got different-
They make a big difference.
So what like reactors are we running here?
So the back one's carbon. This one is GFO, and then this one is an experiment that I'm doing for a client with biopellets.
Those are the ones you got yesterday?
No,
Oh.
no. So the ones I bought yesterday are for that client.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, so usually like if somebody asks me, hey, what do you think about this? I don't like to give my opinion unless I have an experience with it.
So that's
I
what
will
this
try-
is?
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
I want to see if it affects my phosphate, if it affects my nitrates, if it affects something negative before I put it on this guy's tank, you know? And so that way I have firsthand experience with it. So that's
That's
what
awesome.
that is.
Yeah,
You know,
this is
nitrates
crazy.
are around 12. Phosphates are 0.08, some of thereabouts. So I don't really have high nitrates, but the idea is if that works well enough, we'll be able to pull off the GFO.
Gotcha.
Because GFO has gotten so expensive, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it
know,
is.
for a 5-gallon bucket, you're looking at $800. So the guy we want to know if we can swap it for that, you know.
So what are your other levels in the tank at roughly? What do you like to keep 'em at?
Magnesiums. So I don't really test the magnesium except when I do ICP, and it always comes back in the 1400 range.
Okay.
So that's good. Calcium is 450 thereabout, 420. It'll dance between that 450, 420. Alkalinity is around 8.5, I'd say somewhere thereabout. I try to keep it between 8 and 9. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't chase the numbers. As long as it's between 8 and 9, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
What else is there? Phosphate.
Phosphate,
Nitrates.
0.08, you said nitrate. we already
Yeah,
said
and that's
that.
about
I think
it.
that's it.
Yeah.
Salinity?
Salinity 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they'll creep up to 2.6, sometimes they'll drop back down to 2.5s, you know?
Yeah.
But in that range. I do those trace minerals, like a lot of trace minerals.
I think you were telling me about that
like,
the other
I'll
day.
show you, when I say a lot, I
Oh,
mean,
we got like the fish cabinet, right? when you walk
yeah,
in.
like a store lot. So that's how I have to order
Holy
trace
crap.
minerals. You know what I mean? So when you talk about, fluorine,
Jeez.
I have like,
You got everything down here. It's
10
like
bottles at a time, man. When I
a
order.
medicine cabinet for the
yeah.
fish.
Wow. Yeah.
It looks like a pharmacy around there.
Yeah, so it does pull a lot of trace, especially, I think it has to do with just, because I have so many of the same kind of corals, like so many goners, so many torches. So
I'm sure you run through like manganese like crazy.
Yeah. So molybdenum, it's a 50 milliliter bottle, and I dose 35 a week.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's 35 a month. I'm sorry, 35 mils a month. So I'm going through almost one of those little bottles per month.
Wow.
Fluorine, I'm using it so much I end up putting it on a doser. So I go through one of those a month on the fluorine. Zinc, vanadium.
You're dosing all of the trace.
There's probably around 8 that are always low. Probably about 8.
Yeah.
So zinc, iodine, iron, vanadium, molybdenum. I think that's about it. That are always low, and then the water chains seem to take care of all the others. You know what I mean?
How big of a water change do you normally do?
75 gallons, and that's just the size of my drum.
Okay.
So it brings it down to the bottom of the magnet right here.
Nice.
Okay, so it's not too much.
And I do that once a week. So if on a monthly, you know, that's 300 gallons water change per month. So I think that's pretty decent.
That's pretty good, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I mean, obviously you know what you're doing. Doing something right.
Yeah, so it's been working for me. It's just easy to do the whole drum, because then I can walk away when I'm doing the water change. You understand what I mean? So I have a valve here, right there, that's tied into my closed loop. If I open that valve, it drains down through the gutter outside.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And it'll only drain 75 gallon, because I've capped my closed loop line 6 inches down, so it'll only take that much out.
That's cool.
So
and then
do too much.
Yeah, so it can't. So if I turn it on and walk away, it'll only drain out 75 gallons.
That's nice.
And then my
your coral is like
exactly
right at that
you can
line.
see the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see where the water line is. So and then when I go out, I flip a switch and it pumps it back over to the attic, and I can walk away from that pump also, because it'll drain the whole drum and then shut off. So it's just one thing I can't screw up. You know what I mean? So 75
awesome.
gallons seem to be the number that I do.
It's interesting to see. You see that? I was gonna
The
tell you
marine beta,
there. There's
It's getting big.
I love marine.
There's a mystery wrasse swimming around here somewhere. You know, I like
Dude, I've been looking around and every time, like you said, I just see something new.
Yep, you'll see something pop up new.
It's weird. Like you would think, like typically you'd see a tank this big and you're like, oh my gosh, the maintenance is probably so hard. But when you have a tank this big, you also probably have the tools in place. Like like everything you're describing sounds very streamlined and easy.
Yep. So this tank, I would say, maybe my 6th or 7th tank. And so with this wall, when I got this wall, you know, I try to do as much automation as possible. So that there's dosers, the water change, even though it's not like a full automated, it's not lifting buckets. It's a matter of turning a valve, turning a switch, you know. I've got 2 dosers underneath there. They're up top. They're kind of hard to see, but they're...
Oh yeah, they're up there.
Yeah, so I just put them up to the roof. It takes it out of the way.
That's nice. So I like that.
I'm dosing calcium, alkalinity, not strontium, what's that? Fluorine back there, and kalkwasser. So I started doing kalkwasser pretty heavy, and I really, really like it. I mean, the results are like really, really good. My pH is a lot higher. So I used to have a small kalkwasser container there, but it only held 4 gallons. And so
probably ran through that fast.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
And so you know, now I built a 12 by 15 by 48 tall kalkwasser container.
Nice.
And I'll show you where
That's bigger than my tank.
So that's right here. So it just tucks right into that closet in the corner, and
Yeah, it's almost taller than you.
I know, right?
so it holds 37 gallons of kalkwasser.
That's insane.
And I literally just ran the dosing pump line over.
Oh, like through the ceiling?
Yep.
Oh,
and it
cool.
pulls it over, no problem.
Awesome.
So I didn't have to mess with anything down here. I just ran the feed line over, and it pulls it over with the same dosing pump. And so I can do, I'm trying to get that to where it'll last me 7 days, you know? And so that's my aim.
Wait, so that 30-something gallons only lasts 7 days?
Well, it lasts longer now, but I'm trying to increase the kalkwasser to where it only lasts 7 days.
Jeez.
And it's pretty, it's a tight seal on it, so there's no air getting in it.
So it won't really be evaporating.
So far, it's been working really good. my pH is much higher, you know, because you can see I run the soda, what do you call that? The soda line, this thing.
Yeah.
To bring the pH up. So with a combination of that and the kalkwasser, pretty soon I might be able to just take that off completely.
Which will be nice.
You know?
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, so the idea is if I don't have to buy something and I can accomplish the same thing a different way, it's always best.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's got a big colony of the Grandmasters back there.
It's actually shrunk. That was one of the ones that got burned. You can see how big it was. Yeah, yep.
Mine's doing pretty well.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that got burned. Even that green one back there, you see how pale it is?
Yeah, it got toasted.
It was so big that the tentacles, it was like that same size. So the tentacles were coming and wrapping around the corner, you know? And they took a hit with that light.
I'm sure.
They took a hit. Because right now I'm at 40%. And when I first put them up, they were at 85%. You know, so I had par up at the top of the Ghanies.
Yeah, you were toasting them.
There were 700.
Holy crap.
700 par up top.
And Ghanies, like, don't correct me if I'm wrong, they like lower light, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
lower light. And exactly. And literally, you'd look at the Ghani and the top portion would be bald. And the Ghani all around would be fine, you know?
Give them a cut.
Yeah, but so far, I think they're coming back a little bit, you know?
That's
Those
good.
are really pretty with the pink and the blue tips.
Yeah, dude, I was looking at that. That's insane.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
So that was the one I was telling you about. The one back there, and that turned out to be the same.
The same, yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's like almost a glitter bomb, kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
I like that your tank's wide, too. Makes you feel like you're going into it, I guess. Like, that's a wide tank.
Yeah. So 33 inches is
You definitely could swim in this. Oh my gosh, feeding frenzy.
Yep. So a lot of times if I want to catch a fish,
Holy crap.
I'll put.
Dude, this looks ridiculous. There's so many fish in here.
It's like piranhas.
Yeah, they're like literally just swarming it. Oh, second one.
Yeah. Sometimes I
Spread
do
it
that
out.
because of the Achilles. Like he'll get ornery.
He'll get a little bully.
Not want him to eat.
Yeah, I feel like the Achilles, he's big enough to like actually hurt the other guys.
Yeah. He's pretty easy going, but when it's feeding time, I usually put one at the farther end, and just so everybody. Because if you notice, even the wrasses and the anthias will
They
go up and
eat it,
eat
yeah.
it. So that's one of the things. Like I had a lot more fishes, but I took out all the fishes that wouldn't eat greens or pellets.
That guy's
Like,
insane.
I had like a lot of tilefish and other fishes.
So you don't feed like mysis and stuff like that?
I do, but
No,
like
okay.
if I've got to go on vacation, there's a pellet feeder up top,
Oh yeah, so it's
and I'm not gonna-
security. You know, if you know for a fact that they're eating.
They're eating, exactly. So that pellet feeds once a day, and then I'll feed frozen while I'm around. But if I,
Nice.
you know, sometimes I'll go a whole week, 2 weeks without feeding frozen. Just,
Really?
I'm just busy, you know. So everybody has to be able to eat pellets and.
Look at the Midas bunny. It's huge. It's the first time I've seen that the whole
Yeah, I
time
think
we've
it's
been
fat.
here.
Yeah.
I saw him hiding in the little
Yeah, so he's
pipe there.
he's got 2 holes. So there's one more right here. So you'll see him go.
Did you build that for?
So literally, it's a piece
Fish?
of 3/4 inch PVC pipe.
Yeah.
And I wrapped it completely and capped the end with putty and just glued it there. And it just got covered in corallina.
Oh, awesome.
And the idea behind it is I want to see him. So if I put his home out in the front,
You'll see it.
you'll see it all the
Yeah.
time instead
That's
of
smart.
him finding a hole somewhere in the back.
That was very smart.
Yeah.
I like how you tuck the A cans in as like I don't know, like in a forest it would be like leaf coverage on
Yeah, on
the
the bottom.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
tucked underneath the main
It'd be like
trees.
the leaves under the trees, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really sick.
These clams are nuts.
Yeah.
They're
I've
huge.
had him a while too. I think
Mine's been
this
doing
one
pretty well,
started
actually.
out, I'd say maybe 2.5 inches, and the other 2 were about the same. If you notice, like the tip of these,
Those look
they've
like
got
they would
like
sting.
yeah, they've got like little barbs on them.
Yeah.
and they're wispy.
It almost looks like a Galaxia.
this guy, and that guy get along with each other, right? When these open, if they touch the Grandmaster, they'll sting him. So like this guy is the same one family as this guy, is the same family as this guy, as those. They get along just fine. But anytime I put one of these guys that has the like fine
the
wispy
wispy,
tail,
yeah.
like this one,
They'll
was
sting?
brutal, man. That's why he's all the way out here. He probably killed
Oh,
maybe
really?
2 or 3 Ghanies for me. It's
Nah,
weird.
okay.
Some things, and I've seen it with torches. I've seen it where the Indo torches will sting the Malaysian ones. Like they'll
That's
stick
crazy.
onto them, and the Malaysian one will pull in. You know, so Yeah, I don't know if it's doing any real damage, but
So that definitely debunks that.
yeah,
Yep.
I've seen it happen. Yeah,
Not
I've
all
seen it
ganies
happen.
can touch. I've always been told that all ganies can touch all ganies,
It
But
seems
yeah,
to me
sometimes
like
not
the
so
region
much.
where they come from, you know,
Really
it makes a
matters.
difference. Yeah, but
Well, that's-
definitely, like I said, this one stings, and those three right there, I put them together because you know they seem fine.
that's a nice note to know though too, that like if they look similar, they can probably touch each other.
Yeah.
If they've got slight differences, maybe they won't do the best with
And
like.
they might sting each other.
Yeah, and I think this pump is only on 20%, and
Wow.
it's like a 4-second pulse, and that one over there I think is on 60%. Because the overflow box is here. So I just do just enough to give me a rocking back motion. and-
But you want most of it to go towards
'cause I
that
want it
corner,
to
yeah.
come this way.
That makes
you know?
sense.
So
High saturation blue in a coral. Yeah. And I was surprised at how quiet it is.
Yeah, it's really not loud at all.
not loud at all.
I guess you're the man who built it, so you built it to be quiet.
So you know, fine too. I have 2.5-inch drains. One's on a full siphon. The other one is an emergency. The return pumps are dead quiet. It's really not much to it. I think the loudest thing is a skimmer pump. That's it. And once the doors are closed,
And maybe the fans, but yeah, once
Yeah.
the doors are closed, like
Yeah.
nothing. Silent.
so that's a good thing. Though.
It is nice, yeah, I like
that's
that a
good
lot.
thing.
My 50 gallon is louder than this 800 gallon.
My 10 gallon is louder. Than
Really?
800 gallon,
For
yeah.
sure.
Wow.
But I need to redo the 10 gallon, so coming soon. stay tuned.
Where's the noise coming from?
It's trickling. It's from the back.
so
It's an all-in-one,
adjusting,
so I just need to adjust it. Yeah.
Yeah, now, well, this is running, so the way I have it set up is like the pipes, the drain pipes are really close to the surface, so when it goes through, it's not dropping deep. It goes, you could, if you see the slot there, you can almost see the pipe. So my drain pipe,
Water, then straight down.
yeah, so it's not dropping deep, and then the full
Yeah,
siphon
yours is really loud, honestly.
Mine is really loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But mine would be an easy fix if I just ran that return line deeper into the sump.
it would, yeah. Yeah, he's actually giving me a Ghani. Awesome.
So that's
That guy right
it's a
there.
glitter. I'll show you which one that one. It's actually a glitter gun.
That's awesome.
He was the guy with that orange
Thanks,
one.
Derek.
Orange
You're
and
welcome.
pink.
Okay, so it came from this guy right there. Yeah, it's a little shrunken up. Yeah, I see it. Dude, that's gonna look really good in the tank.
Yeah.
For sure. Thanks,
Your
Derek.
Ghani garden's taking
It's getting
off now.
good, yeah. It's looking real good. Yeah, you have that one.
Yeah, I have that little
I really like that one. That one's really pretty.
I'm in love with the pink
Dude,
and blue tip.
I was literally about to say that too. That thing is nuts.
That might be like my favorite Ghani ever. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
We're trying to ask Derek what his favorite is. We know what his favorite is.
So
Plural are.
it's funny. Right now, I think I would say maybe Torch
Torch is your favorite?
is my favorite right now.
If you had to pick one individual coral,
in the whole
one
tank,
one coral in the whole tank,
right now,
That would give me anxiety.
probably the lemon drop.
the lemon drop. Yep, that one's awesome.
Because it's my recent acquirement, but this would be a close second.
That one's really cool.
I got that from you guys.
They're like
It's
the
a
bubbles
fragger.
are weird.
It's a cross between a hammer and a frog spawn.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's a frog spawn that wants to bounce.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
weird.
saying?
Yeah, it's really weird.
And so that would probably be the next one.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that till now.
And then that
like-
one trachea. I've been eyeballing that the whole
trachea,
time. That's so cool.
I like that a lot.
Okay, the next question. If you had to pick one single fish, which one would it
Right
be?
now, one single fish.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that is tough. I would have to say.
I know it's tough.
It's gonna be a tie between the Machilliceps
Okay. Yep. That
and
one's
the
awesome.
white cheek.
And the white cheek. Where's the white
Yeah.
cheek at?
Where is he at?
Is that this one?
No, that's mustard.
That's him, right here. Not the white cheek, pale lip.
Pale lip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing fancy about him. He's just very hard to come by.
Okay.
It's like
I
the
mean, when was the last
subtleties.
time you saw?
Yeah, I haven't seen one of
or
those
the
in a long
mustard.
time. That mustard's cool
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were gonna say marine beta.
no, I like fishes that
Come out more.
the oddball.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
not everybody has them. Like, hey, what is that fish? I've never seen that guy before. So I like this guy, like the Tenetti. Mata, I love Mata. Just the oddball. Everybody knows
Cool
yellow,
Stuff's
purple
is
gem.
beautiful.
You know, I like unusual stuff.
So
It's just
if
different.
you had to pick a favorite fish in his tank, what would it be?
I think that's easy for me. I just because I fell in love with them at the shop, the mystery wrasse.
The mystery wrasse?
So to
Yeah,
see
that's a good one.
to see the mystery wrasse like actually swimming in and out of the tank is really cool.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be the hogfish.
Oh,
Just
the
because you don't
hogfish
really
is sick.
see them that
Yeah.
often in reef
Yeah, the
tanks
hogfish
either.
is sick. Earlier
This
he
guy
was
right
over
here,
here like digging
lyre
through
tail
sand.
hog.
Yeah.
Such a
And I do
pretty
like the
fish.
black tang. So
Yeah.
that black tang is unusually different from most black
I was gonna
tangs.
say he doesn't have a long snout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a black tang.
It's a
like-
scopish
yeah,
black tang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Normally they do get the like it's a little ugly.
long nose,
like how
yeah.
long it gets. Yeah. I feel like for as many tanks that you do have in here, like you said earlier, for the most part, everyone is really like they're like okay, like this is just.
Yeah.
Besides the convict, he's
The
still
convict-
chasing.
So believe it or not, that powder blue has killed more tangs than any other fish in this
Wow.
entire tank.
Really?
So
He's got
for
some
the,
body.
convict to be going at him, that's why I'm not even worried. But look what he's doing to the convict.
Yeah,
Where's the
convict's right
convict's
there.
body, man? Look
Yeah,
at the
he's
side
getting
of his
messed
body.
up.
Well, if you watch,
But that's on him, so.
Yes.
you'll see the convict chases the powder blue, and the powder blue swims away for a second. Watch,
And then
he's
just-
gonna turn around and
just backs up
boom.
and- yep.
He turns around. He's like, "Don't chase me."
Yeah.
Like, get off me! I've warned you.
So I figured he'll quit after a while, but he is.
I guess we'll
persistent.
see. He is
And
persistent.
I took a fish out because he was a bully. Put him down below, and I put the other fishes in. It was my purple tang. Where is he at? This guy. When I was adding the gem tang, I added the gem and a couple of others, and I put the purple tang down below 2 weeks. I put him back up. The moment he hit the water, he found every fish that was new, and
Wow.
he just started going at him. 2 weeks,
Really?
like the moment he hit the water.
So you remember.
He
Yeah, he
remembered.
remembered. And then what happened, the other fishes started fighting back. Like, hey, I'm here first.
Yeah, you haven't been here
and
for a while.
he kind of just backed off and left them alone. But the moment he hit the water, it's like, hey, you put me on timeout for 2 weeks. I remember.
Don't worry, I was here.
He's been in the hole for 2
This
weeks.
is my home tag. Go ahead. Now that I'm re-batteried up. You have a question?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, the question. So, sorry, I was looking at
Memory
stuff.
of a goldfish.
So, maybe you can agree to this, Colson, and Derek. Don't chime in just yet. But like, I feel like looking in this tank, it's not like, it's not like, oh my gosh, this famous piece or this famous piece. Like, it's just like, to me, you filled the tank up with stuff that you like, right? Like, are you
Absolutely.
you are more into that as opposed to like chasing the name of stuff? Because I feel
Yeah,
like
I think
so-
that should be that way for everybody.
you know, like how I'm not like a huge like everybody wants me
You don't
to,
like the Holy Grail.
like they
Yeah.
but everybody wants me to love the Holy Grail
Yeah.
torch, and no one can understand when like it's just a green torch.
So,
You know, like how do you feel about that,
so
Derek?
for me, I'm slightly colorblind. And Colson can
Yep.
tell you, if I come to the shop and I don't have my orange glasses, it's hard to see what they can see. They'll look at it and say, oh man, it's got all these colors, and I can't really see it. So because of that, like I said, a lot of times I get what I like.
So if it
Now-
looks good to you, it looks
Yeah, and then I don't really sell corals, so like a lot of people buy a name piece so they can grow it and they can sell it. I like stuff growing into a huge colony, and then I'll frag it when I absolutely have to, and then I'll frag it in half and trade them. You know, so I'm not trying to invest in a piece, and then some things I just think are overpriced. You know, like
That's how I-
I will see a
Yep.
coral and they say, this is a fancy name. And I was like, okay, well, but I like this one better. Yeah, but this one is such and such a name. Yeah, I go with what I like. You
Yeah, I
know
don't
what
care
mean?
about the name.
Like even that, it's just plain green. But to me, I like the striations on
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I like it.
Who cares what the
Who
name is,
Exactly.
yeah.
Who cares what the
And I think more people honestly should be like that with their reef tank. Like, get what you like,
Yeah.
not what other people like.
Well,
Now, if
not
you
what
ask-
name is.
You and I went back and forth with that when I first met you a lot. Like I would see stuff in the store and I'd be like, Colson, that is so cool. And you're like, I would be like, don't you think that's cool, Colson? He's like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
You
be
know?
like,
But then
it's just a a Nirvana zone.
But then I put him in the right spot in the tank, and he comes over and he's like, "Oh my gosh, those look so cool like that."
So everybody's got their own view, and I do that a lot with fish and corals in my tank, where I'll find something awesome and my dad'd be like, "I don't really like that."
People just
then he'll see it in my tank and he'd be like, "Oh man, I really like that." Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know down below or leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it as well. If you guys want to see some more tank tours soon, let me know. Just a reminder, we are doing a giveaway at 30K subscribers. We're giving away a clownfish and a tank for the clownfish. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're new here. Till next time, peace.